Howdy again. Here we go. So sorry about that. Somebody called in the middle of the first inaugural episode of or installment of Life of the Artist, David Alexander English. So what I was saying, I think, was that kind of giving some philosophy, but I really need to give more of the update. So, PET scan, full body scan to see if the cancer's traveled to anywhere else than my throat and my neck, and got a notification in the mail yesterday that the appointment date is October 17th. At that time, when we get the results back, we'll have an idea of, one, if it's spread, and two, if essentially how bad it is, and if it's necessary for me to go forward with the chemo and radiation option. So between now and then, my focus has been to alkalize my system, and as I said in the last video, I'm happy to report that as of 2 days ago, it's official that I've been doing these pH strips testing, and it's indigo, which means that it's about 9. Very alkaline. So, and how we did that so quickly was with the cutting out all white foods and sugar, other than fruit sugar from fruit and raw fruit. Been eating mostly vegetables and fruit and protein. And doing these every 2 to 3 hours, doing these shots of organic baking soda. Arm & Hammer baking soda, and those kinds of, those this kind you find in the box there in the baking section, a lot of them apparently, who knew, have aluminum in them. So try to find, if you're going to do it, try to find an organic baking soda, and I'll show you the kind that I've been using. Hold on a sec. So this is Bob's Red Mill. Thanks, Bob. Got it at a health food store. So level teaspoons, 2 to 3. 2 is best. 3 is really overwhelming. And I'll give you the skinny on this because it's really important. If you do this, level teaspoon of this baking soda in 8 ounces of water, shake it up, and shoot it down, and be sure that you are close to a bathroom, because it's a really good possibility that you're going to need it within 3 to 5 minutes. And no joke. Well, it's kind of funny, but you will end up laughing at yourself. But it's especially in the the early stages of getting your system to that point. After you get there, that'll stop. You won't have to be so close to a toilet when you drink this stuff, because it'll go right through you, and it'll come right out watery. And so the other thing is, once you get there, then you can kind of do a maintenance, maybe once or twice a day, and stay away from foods that are acidic. Although I've been, they cautioned me against tomatoes and citrus, but I'm it's like a cost benefit thing. The lycopene in the tomatoes, and just, I'm a lemon fiend. Sometimes I just eat them skin and all. Highly recommend it. So I've kind of kept going with that, and it hasn't really adversely affected the pH so far. So all things in moderation, including moderation. And so right now I have 3 weeks today's the 27th of September. I have roughly 3 weeks to see what I can do about loosening this up, showing some kind of sign that my immune system can actually get rid of this by itself, before I may have to do the allopathic solution. So that's what's up. Just wanted to get that out there, and let people know about the channel here. And there's this thing about maybe people might listen more to you if they think you're gonna die, and it's a weird thing to say, but I don't know about it. I think it's because we go through life with this open-endedness, and then somebody says there's an exit, or defines a boundary, and even if that boundary isn't real and doesn't exist, suddenly everything gets focused around that concept of the boundary. I feel at this point, I'm not feeling like I'm dying, and I'm not feeling like I'm leaving the world anytime soon, but I am feeling like I am going in, and my goal is to actually take a proactive approach to this and go into, deeper into the shamanic journey over the next couple of days. And I'll see you on the other side of that, and let you know what came through. So, yep, that's what's up. And what that means is I'm going to go on a little walkabout, take a long walk on the beach, as it were, and sit still and listen and go into deep meditation and communion with the universe, and ask some questions. Had a really good this knee thing really hurts. Had a really good interaction this morning. This person who had been through a life-threatening illness had watched my video, and she sent me a text, and she was like, so in your meditation you might want to ask yourself, what is it that you're dying for? And she realized when she asked herself that question after she'd been diagnosed with whatever it was, that she had been dying to get out of the unhealthy marriage that she was in, you know? And when I thought about it, I was sitting on the toilet trying to get get this baking soda through me. I was like, I'm not dying. I'm feeling like I'm dying to begin, you know? And I looked at that, and there's just plain truth there. And the thing is, obviously, I don't need to construct an actual death in order to begin. It's about, you know, creating the conditions that I would, you know, what am I dying to begin at, and what am I dying to begin? What is it that I want to begin? I don't need to die to do that, right? So oh, I want to say one thing about, you know, people are always, there's this jargon around disease, dis-ease. When I was going through the spiritual acceleration, one of the things I was given to understand is that harmony is our natural state, and that the first thing in spiritual healing to focus upon is what is the spiritual significance of the dis-ease. Because on some level one feels that one is unworthy to maintain that level of communion with divinity and the source. And so what is that? What is that illusion? What is that construct? And